What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow lockers and aspiring lockers. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to care for your locks while swimming and after swimming. So if you want to hear more about that, then stick around. Okay, I don't know about you, but now that Ariel is black and she's got locks, I am more than interested in finding out ways to keep my locks healthy and protected while I'm in the water, as well as making sure that they are moisturized after I am out of the water. And you know, some of you may also want to be under the sea, or part of that world, or maybe not. Maybe you're like, yeah, not doing the ocean, not doing salt water. So if that's you and you're more like, let me just stick to the chlorine and the waterfalls that I'm used to, then that works for you too. Because the tips that I have, I feel like transcend whether you're getting into the ocean and salt water or you're getting into highly chlorinated water. My first tip is going to be to invest in a swim cap. Now, these things are not expensive. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them from your local Walmart, Target, wherever, and they make ones that are actually large for people with locks, so you don't have to worry about them being the like tiny little Speedo ones that'll have your eyes sitting like this and everything like that. They do make large ones. I'll link one in the description below that I got for myself that I use when I go to the swimming pool. Now, I wouldn't wear this if I were going to the ocean or if I was just, going swimming one time, but for those who like to go swimming regularly, maybe you go multiple times a week or once a week, whatever it is, you don't want to be exposing your hair to tons of chlorine all the time. And so one way that you can minimize the amount of exposure to chlorine is by wearing a swim cap. And I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and say that the swim cap is going to keep all the water out of your hair and keep your hair completely dry, because that's not what they're designed to do. They will keep a lot of the water out, and I would say that this top portion of your hair will stay dry. So if you're able to collect your locks and put them up top, then that part of your hair will be dry. But around the edges and whatnot, that part does tend to get a little bit of water in there. So you might have to, deal with having some wet roots or whatnot. But for the most part, it does keep the majority of your locks or your hair dry. So that is nice. So simply wearing a swim cap and putting that on before you go and dive into the pool is going to minimize the amount of work that you have to do later, because you're not going to have the drying effects of the chlorine and the damage of the chlorine or even the salt water of the sea. My second tip for caring for your locks post swimming, whether again it's in the ocean where you have salt water or whether you're in a chlorinated pool, is to go ahead and rinse out your hair as soon as possible. So if you're at the ocean and they have the little showers on the side when you're leaving the ocean, go ahead and rinse your hair out. You don't need to spend 10 minutes, holding up the line and everybody's sitting there looking at you like, what are you doing? You trying to have a flash dance moment sitting up under the shower? You don't need to do all that, but go ahead and run some fresh water through your locks so that way you can get some of that salt water out of your hair. And same thing if you're at a pool, whether you're at the YMCA, a neighborhood pool or whatever, if they have showers available where you can go ahead and wash your body off and rinse your hair out, go ahead and do that, because just like with bleach, with any type of chemical, the longer you leave it in your hair, the better chance it has to do chemical reactions and have effects on your hair, dry your hair out, make it brittle, all of those things. So the sooner that you can rinse it out of your hair, the better. And then that goes on to the next tip. So it's kind of a 2-for-1, but go ahead and wash your hair when you get home or get to wherever you're going. Because I know some people are like, oh, well, I got locks, so I can just go swimming and, leave them and nothing's gonna happen. And you can totally go swimming and not wash your hair, and more than likely things will be fine. But if you're trying to optimize your lock journey and have the cleanest, most moisturized locks as possible, then you're gonna wanna go ahead and wash out that seawater with your shampoo and conditioner if you use conditioner like I do, or you're gonna wanna wash out that chlorinated water just so that you can get as much of it, like I said, out as possible, not leaving anything behind. You rinse as soon as you get out of the pool or the ocean at the showers that are available and close to, and then when you get back to your destination, hotel or house or wherever you're going, you go ahead and you give your hair an actual wash with your regular wash routine, your shampoo, your conditioner, all that good stuff. And then my next tip would be to go ahead and do your deep conditioning or moisturizing routine. Now for people with locks, just like with natural hair or any other type of hair, this looks different for different people. Deep conditioning for one person might mean slathering on a ton of conditioner and leaving it on your hair for 2 hours or overnight. That's not me. For somebody else, it may be, like for me, doing a hot oil treatment, you know, putting different oils, whether it's DIY oils like I do, or if you want to get some other oils, put in your locks, do a hot oil treatment. You can wash those out, not wash those out, you know, do your own routine, but go ahead and get some type of moisturizing routine afterwards. So typically what I will do is, like I said, I'll shampoo and I will condition my hair. I don't leave the conditioner on for any more than like 2 minutes. And then I'll rinse that out. And if I'm at home and able to do a hot oil treatment for my hair, then I'll go ahead and do that. But if I don't have the time to do a hot oil treatment, then I'll just do a quick little, if you've seen other videos on my channel, then you've seen my moisturizing routine where I'll put on my DIY oil and then I will put on my leave-in conditioner, or my leave-in conditioner and then DIY oil. And I'll keep it pushing, because what we want to do is make sure that we're putting the moisture and the nutrients back into our locks. And of course, you want to also drink plenty of water and stay hydrated, because it does come from within. You know, there's only so much you can put on the outside of your hair, but if you are dry from within, then it's going to show in your hair too. So that's also an important tip, a little bonus tip that I just threw at y'all. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button so that I know what type of content you're enjoying, and also hit the subscribe button so that you can join the flock. And before you go anywhere, check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. I'll see you there.